Now let's see how to use the delete method in Next.js. How can we create a delete function in the API routes and call it in the UI. Also, I have changed a few things. For example, now we have ID value being sent as body in the post request that will be stored inside the data array. So each user will have a unique ID which will be a random number. So now let me make a delete request function here. First, delete user. Simple here. Then we need a button here to delete one user. On click of the button, so say delete this user. Now check the UI. Let me add a name called Nishant and age 26. Post it. Also, we can hook the get users function after this fetch API call. So say then here. Now let me start again. Add the name called Nishant, age 26. Post user. Okay, something is wrong. Get users. Let me check. Network tab. Click post user. Yes, now it's working. Okay, now click Uday. Write Uday. Age 36. Post user. It's here. Now what should happen is when we click delete this user button, we have to pass the ID to this function. So let me get it as parameter and then hook the function to the button. So delete user and data.id, so that when we click the button, this function will run and it will pass the ID here. Fine. Now let me replicate this fetch API call here. In this, the method will be delete. We don't need headers. Okay, maybe we need it. And we don't need the name and age here. Only the ID. Yes, we need this. So that this ID becomes this ID. Get passed through here and do all the stuff. Let me also add an else if here, so that if the request dot method equals to delete, so in this case we will do our stuff for delete function or delete route. We have the ID from the body that we are passing from here. Then we need to calculate which index to delete. So say let index to delete equals to, let's say, data array. We have to find which index to delete from the users array or from the users based on ID value. So data dot find index, we will find the index using find index. Say user and then user dot ID, we will get the ID from the user equals to the ID that we are getting from here. Then we will simply splice the array to remove the index. So what is the name? Data dot splice with a p. Say pass the index to delete and one element. Yes. So we can also throw the status of 200. So we can say res dot status 200, and let's also throw which user that we have deleted. So we have to calculate it as well. So let user to delete, we will simply find, we will use find method and it will take a user value or param. Then we will check if the ID of the user is equals to the ID that we are passing, then this is a user to delete. So we can say JSON and pass the user to delete here, so that the user that we clicked upon is in the network tab response. So let's give it a try. Clear it, delete Uday. Okay, et fetch is okay. What happened? I think this should be fetch, not h. Now let's try Uday delete. I mean delete Uday. Okay, we have to start again. Okay, let me post Uday here. Now let me post Nishant 26. Post one more called Raju 46. Now let me delete Uday. So Uday will be not here anymore. If you check the request, the ID is 4 that has been deleted in the payload. Okay, we cannot see the preview. I wonder why. Okay, fine. Let's leave the preview. So ID is 4 and Uday has been deleted. Now delete Raju. It will be not here anymore. Delete Nishant and we will have empty list here. I mean no objects or no data here. And that is how delete function works in Next.js. I mean how do we delete? I mean this is how we delete a user or maybe anything that you want, a record.